Greetings, everyone. My name is Tara Walker-Joseph, and I am your Collin County Black Chamber of Commerce reporter. And joining me today, there's a treat. I have quite the privilege of introducing Miss Laura Hayes. She just completed one of our 2024 Collin County Entrepreneurial Preparatory classes, and it was amazing. I am going to let Miss Hayes better explain who she is and her position from grant writing.
Okay. Awesome, thank you. So again, yes, my name is Laura Cobb Hayes, and I've been a member of the Collin County Black Chamber of Commerce for about 10 years. I am an educator by trade, 35-year veteran educator, and I worked 5 years in the area of nonprofit, executive director, CEO, and those kinds of things in nonprofits. And that's really where I got most of my initial experience in grant writing. I also have been on the board of Head Start of Greater Dallas for 11 years. I was committee member, chaired many committees, was a vice president, and I was president of that organization for 3 years. I'm currently the immediate past president. While I was president, I wrote about $500,000 worth of grants for that organization. I retired in October to focus full-time on my own business, which is called The Learning Bridge, and we've been having some great successes.
Wow, Miss Hayes is quite the candidate, as you can tell, for grant writing. So what we would like to dive a little bit more into is how on earth did Miss Laura Cobb Hayes land a $1 million grant for her business, The Learning Bridge. So as we get into it, Miss Hayes, can you tell us more about your project initiative that received the $1 million grant? And just a little bit more on what inspired you to pursue this type of endeavor.
Oh yes, absolutely. So my company, The Learning Bridge, is an education technology company. We have a number of products. The one that won the $1 million grant is actually a video game, and it's a video game that teaches students how to navigate the road to college process. So the population that it could be for any student, but the population that we were initially interested in serving was the underserved student population. They might be first generation college who perhaps didn't have support either at home or school on how to make the decisions and then how to ultimately pay for getting to college. And you asked kind of where did this come from, where did the idea grow from. I was looking for students who were kind of like I was when I was a kid. I graduated very well in my class. I graduated 7th in my high school class, had a perfect 800 on the SAT, but I didn't have scholarships. I didn't really know how to navigate that road to college. My parents believed that education was the way up and out, even though they didn't finish their education. They didn't have the opportunity to. They wanted all of their kids to, but I was first generation. They didn't really know how to tell me what to do. So I had a lot of bumps and bruises. I had to figure it out on my own. It ended up okay, but I think I spent more time and money than I would have if I had known really what to do.
Wow, what an inspiration to kind of turn your lemons into lemonade. So thank you for the explanation. I think a lot of us kind of want to take that journey, but we're kind of failing before we even get into it. Yeah. So can you let us know from your side of things, what challenges did you face during the application process for the grant, and kind of how did you overcome them?
Well, the first and most important thing I think is tenacity. You have to go in with the feeling that you won't give up. And just like you said, there will be roadblocks and there will be setbacks. The most important thing is to not give up, to try again if you need to. As I was explaining to the class, when I went for this grant the first time, and I'm happy to share what it is. It's called the SBIR, Small Business Innovation Research Grant. And it comes in 2 phases. When I applied for phase 1, initially it was declined. So I called the program officer, and I was very passionate about it, as I remain passionate about this product. And I explained, I think this is something that this population of kids really need, and I want to bring it to them. Somehow that's not coming out on paper. It didn't get approved. Can you help me with that? I asked for the help. She gave me the help. She told me how I could improve it. I applied again. When I applied the second time, I received the grant. That was the phase 1 grant. That was for $275,000. I had a year to implement that. We used that to build a prototype. While we were doing that, I also applied for phase 2 of this same grant. That's the $1 million grant. The whole time I was working on it, it was a dual process, building the product and getting ready for this phase 2 grant. We applied for the phase 2 and we received it. It's $1 million.
Wow. Just imagine how many people give up every day because they don't succeed the first time. So, Ms. Laura, the fact that you kept going through, like, that's an inspiration in itself.
That's the most important thing.
Like, keep going.
Don't give up. Try again.
Wow. What percentage of individuals do you feel would probably give up after they fail the first time?
A good half.
Wow, over 50%. That's insane. So what advice would you give others who are seeking similar funding or grants for their own projects?
I would say go out there and search. Some of my favorite places for federal grants is SAM, S-A-M, like Uncle Sam, SAM, SAM.gov. For federal grants, I would go to the Texas Register. For state grants, I would go to Bank of America Philanthropic Solutions. They have a lot of corporate and organizational grants on there, and I would just start searching and dip your toe in the water. Find something that aligns to what you believe in and what you love, and submit one. Even if it's not accepted the first time, you'll get feedback. And the feedback that you get is invaluable. And then you just keep improving each time after that.
Wow, so many resources given from Ms. Hayes. And as we wrap up, I just want to know for you, what are your next steps with your team now that you've received the grant? What's next?
We're going to build this product. We're going to save a bunch of kids. So initially we're going to sell to school districts. So we have vendor relationships already built with Dallas, Fort Worth, Austin, Houston, and El Paso school districts. And just those school districts make up over 60% of the population, student population in the state of Texas, because they're those large districts. But we have identified the next 200 districts that are Title I school districts. So that means that more than 50% of their student population is on free and reduced lunch. So that underserved population of students is who we really want to serve. So we're going to serve those students in those districts first. And once we have Texas solidified, we want to fan out through the Southwest and then across the country. Once we've served all those school districts, then we want to serve organizations that support students, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, Girls Inc., Girls and Boys Clubs, churches, anybody that's serving students that wants to help them learn about the road to college process. And then after our game is fabulously successful and students prefer to play our game over Grand Theft Auto or anything else that's out there, then we're going to sell it B2C, business to customer, and you'll be able to find it on your favorite shelf.
Wow. So Miss Laura Hayes, she has the plan laid out. She definitely has the funding to carry out everything that she desires. Here at CCBCC, we inspire her. And last but not least, how do you encourage other individuals that are not a part of their chamber, with the Collin County Black Chamber of Commerce obviously being of importance? How has the chamber been how has it been a very, very good resource for you?
Girl, we don't have enough time, but let me give you a snippet. You need to join the chamber because there are things that you can accomplish with the chamber that you cannot accomplish alone. So anytime I'm working on anything, I reach out to my chamber partners for them to do just that, partner with me. I'll give you a perfect example. I was having a conversation with a group on last week, and we were talking about matching funds for this grant that I got. And there are some states that have matching funds. Texas, in our infinite wisdom, does not have a matching fund for this. I mean, you would think that you want innovation and you want to bring those funds to your state, right? But we don't have matching funds. So one of the other individuals in the group told me that her state initially didn't have matching funds either, but she went to her state representative, presented the case. They took that to the state legislature and they got it passed. And I was like, okay. So I came back to the chamber, I told them the story. So we're going to approach this together with the state representative, the state senator, to see if we can get those matching funds to Texas. I can make that ask as an individual citizen, but how much more impactful is it going to be that I'm making the ask with the power of the Collin County Black Chamber of Commerce behind me? You're not going to ignore all those voices.
Absolutely.
So you have a partnership. You can't do everything by yourself.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that as well. And in the future, if someone wants to reach you, Ms. Lori, can you tell people how they can reach you, how you can be contracted to find more information on you and what the Learning Bridge is doing? Yes, you can find us on our website, and our website then will have all our socials, and that is at www.thelearningbridge.net. Cool. Thank you so much for tuning in. We want to do a special thank you to our President, Sean Whitlock, and our Vice President, Bridget Moody, for the opportunity and all you do for CCBCC. Thank you so much, and tune in soon. Thank you.